Okay guys, so for today's video, I'm gonna make the traditional tortillas, the ones that like they inflate as soon as you put them on the stove. I don't know the exact name of it, but I'm gonna show you a recipe that I got from TikTok. So I already have 2 cups of flour in here. You only really need 4 ingredients: flour, lard, salt, and water. You do need 3 cups of flour. I already put 2. So I'm doing the 3rd one like so. Okay, that's my 3 cups. Then I do a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna go like this, place it down the cup. Not too bad. Then I put the measurements. And this is like half-ish type of deal, so I'll put that in there and get a little bit more, like so. Okay, that's 1 teaspoon of salt. After that, I'm gonna get a spoon, which is right behind me, and I'm gonna measure 1/2 cup of lard. This is my first time making it too. And I guess this, you could say, is like the secret ingredient to get it nice and smooth and puffy and all that. The brand I'm using is Eat Good Fat. And this is about 1/2 cup. So now I'm gonna grab it. And this is stuck on here. Okay, like so. I'm gonna take it off with my finger, might as well anyways. I'm gonna mix it with 1 hand, obviously. So this is how it all looks, and I'm gonna start mixing it. So you mix it dry with the lard first off. That's what she said in the recipe. So I mix it like so. And this thing is gonna get like crumbly, and it's already getting crumbly, as you guys are seeing. This is how it's getting. It's really, really soft. Okay, now that it's like this, I'm gonna add, it's 3/4 cup to 1 cup of water, and make sure it's warm. That's what she said. So I'm making sure it's warm, and it's gonna be still kind of, I'm showing you guys as I'm doing it, really sticky, she said. So I do feel it's sticky, really sticky actually. But she said even though it's sticky, you're going on the right step. You're just gonna have to keep mixing it until it becomes unstickable. So I'll be back after I'm done mixing it. This is how it is so far. Look, guys.
Flip it.
I literally just flipped it right now.
Ooh. Oh, you're gonna clean my stove, girl.
Oh, excuse the mess.
Mm-hmm.
And then over here, I don't know, as you guys can see, the camera's formatting, so I don't know, it was just weird. It stopped recording while I was recording. So I did make the balls already. They're not perfectly shaped, but they're cute. The recipe is made for 15. It depends how big you make your balls. Now let's flip this again.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay guys, now I'm going to show you the actual recipe that I got off straight from TikTok so you guys could see it. I did not change anything, so yeah.
Today I'm going to show you the traditional way on how to prepare homemade flour tortillas. Start by adding 3 cups of all-purpose flour to a bowl, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of shortening, lard, or a combination of both. Add it to the bowl with the rest of the ingredients and mix it in until it's completely incorporated with the flour. You'll know it's ready when it has a grainy-like texture and it looks similar to this. We're also going to need 3/4 of a cup to 1 cup of very warm water. It's very important that your water is nice and warm because this is what's going to help dissolve the shortening or the lard. Start by adding half of the water first and continue to add a little bit at a time. The amount of water you use could vary depending on the type of flour that you use or the climate that you live in. I ended up using the entire cup of water for the dough. And as you can see, the dough is a little bit sticky, which is perfectly fine because this is just the way we want it. Once it looks like this, we're going to transfer it to a clean working surface and continue to knead it for an additional 5 to 7 minutes. Although it may seem very sticky and you may be tempted to add a little bit more flour, try not to do so. Continue working it for an additional 5 to 7 minutes or until it comes together and it no longer sticks to your hand or the surface. You may have noticed that I did not add any baking powder to the dough. I prepare tortillas many times and every time I add the baking powder, the tortillas tend to harden up. When I leave out the baking powder, my tortillas come out super soft. Once our dough is nice and smooth and it's no longer sticking to our hands, we're going to separate it into equal sized 1-inch rounds. With the amount of ingredients we used, we made a total of 15 1-inch rounds. This is going to give us a good 8 to 10-inch round tortilla. Place the dough back into the bowl and cover them with a clean kitchen towel or plastic to keep them from drying up. Allow them to rest for 10 to 15 minutes before you begin to roll them out. Sprinkle a generous amount of flour to your working surface and rub a good amount of flour to your rolling pin as well. Using your fingers, spread your first piece of dough into about a 3-inch round. Dust it in the flour front and back and begin to roll it out into an 8 to 10-inch round. As you're rolling it out, turn it over frequently so it doesn't stick to the surface. Add more flour if needed. If it doesn't come out perfectly round, once we get it to the size that we need, before we take it over to the preheated comal, we're going to stretch out the sides to get them nice and even. I preheated my comal over medium heat for about 10 minutes. Now we're going to take this over to the comal and very carefully we're going to place it on the comal. Cook for about 8 to 10 seconds on the first side or until you start to see small bubbles like this form. Turn it over and cook for an additional 10 to 15 seconds. Turn it over once again and cook for an additional 5 to 6 seconds or until it puffs up. These tortillas come out super thin, soft, and are perfect for quesadillas, burritos, or just about anything that your heart desires. And enjoy!
Ay, se está inflando. Aaliyah, why are you getting a spatula? Flip it.
No, I'm gonna pop it.
Aaliyah, no. Look at all the steam. Okay, flip it. I have Aaliyah with her one hand flipping the tortillas. That's good.
I think that's good.
It's good. And I'm over here in the station rolling them out. So we're gonna have some tacos de lengua. Yeah, I'm using 2 different rollers. And this is parchment paper. And these are the balls. And this is, we have a couple down actually in here. So yeah.